Hi everybody, this is Jennifer Bain here. Thank you if you are watching this and testing out my prototype. I am currently in my master's program in educational technology through Michigan State University, and I'm in a class called Learning Technology Through Design, which follows the design thinking model of Stanford. And I had to come up with a problem of practice, which is how can we elementary art teachers use technology in a meaningful way? So this presentation is all about using technology in the elementary art studio. And I've included the link for this presentation in the description of this video. In case you want to follow along, there are some interactive links. So I'll probably be popping in and out of the presentation. But let's just get started. So using technology in the elementary art studio. So my name is Jennifer Bain. Here is my email and my YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to if you'd like. So just a little bit about myself. I originally got my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design from Wayne State University. Then decided that I really liked teaching through some substitute work, so I decided to go back to Eastern Michigan University and get my post-baccalaureate in visual arts education. And now I'm currently at Michigan State University in the MAET program, and this is my last semester. So in a couple weeks, I will be done with that. So this is my 11th year teaching elementary art. In my 6th year in Novi, teaching K through 4th grade. At Novi, we have smartboards, document cameras. Through a PBL grant, I have a small amount of Chromebooks, tablets, headphones, an iPad for myself. The school has a green screen. We have Google Suites, and we also use Seesaw. And I also have a cart of 16 iPads in the art room, which are to be shared with all the special teachers, but I'm the only one who ever uses them. Why technology in elementary art? So there's a lot of advancements in technology, and that's supposed to say are all around us. I'll be fixing that after this video. But in the elementary art studio, they range from the electric kiln, document cameras, digital cameras, to iPads and Chromebooks. So, we're in a digital age, and I feel like, we need to be setting our students up for success, using electronic devices to create art as, this is a medium of the future. So for this presentation, we'll focus on electronic devices and applications. So here's our essential question: is how can you, elementary art teachers, use technology in meaningful ways? So first, we have to describe what is meaningful, because that might be different to all of us. So according to Merriam-Webster, meaningful is having meaning or purpose, and that it is significant. So one thing I would like to do is to collaborate and try to come up with a definition for meaningful in the aspect of the elementary art room. So if you click on this link down here for Padlet, this is kind of like an online sticky board, and let's let it load. So it says, what does meaningful mean to you? So to add a comment, there should be like a little circle with the plus sign, and I'm not sure why it's not showing up on mine, maybe because I've already made a comment. But to me, meaningful is when I use technology in a way that engages student learning. So I would like to hear, your aspect of meaningful, and hopefully this works for you. And that's why, this is a test of my presentation. Okay, and Padlet is great for formative assessment. So if you haven't used it with your students before, you can, especially for like a quick little exit slip. So after we kind of get some people, describing meaningful, we'll come up with a definition that can be added to the presentation. And then if you're not familiar with using technology in education, there are two models, SAMR and TPAC. So you can go ahead and click on this link to watch the SAMR model. And then I have another Padlet that we can click on. And then here, there is a column for each acronym in SAMR, so substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. So you can go ahead and here's these little plus buttons I was talking about. So you can hit those and add some examples of how you can use SAMR in the elementary art room with some different technology that you might be familiar with. If you're not familiar with different technologies you can use, that's fine as well, but you might be able to get some ideas here. So let's get back to the presentation. So the other one is TPAC, and you can watch this video on TPAC, and there's also a great website here that will tell you way more in depth about TPAC. So here are some different apps that I put together that I think are, and websites I think are really great that could be used in the art studio. A lot of these should be familiar to you as an art teacher. I'm pretty sure we've all have used YouTube, NGA Kids, Picasso Head, Artsonia. I know some of us have used Seesaw. I feel like this is becoming a popular application within school districts. Do Ink or Doink, however you want to say it, is a green screen application. Padlet, which we already used, and Flipgrid, which is similar to Padlet, but it lets you make 3-minute videos, and then you can also make a video reply to each other, and then some Google Apps. So I would like it if we kind of collaborated and make a list of some other technologies that could be used in the art room. So if you click on here, it's going to take us to another Google Doc, and this is editable. So you should be able to click in here and then type and add a list. So like one thing that I use with my 4th graders is Chibitronics, which is paper circuits. And we create artwork that lights up. So back to presentation. So to help with assessing and planning, this was just a really quick glimpse into SAMR and TPAC and some apps and how you can use those frameworks to integrate technology. So just to kind of get us thinking, but we could do some brainstorming on how to use technology to teach about color theory. So I think we all probably teach about color theory, and I know we might teach different things to different grade levels. But I created a circle map in Google Drawings to fill some, to do some brainstorming. So something to think about is, will the technology support instructional strategies? Will the technology change the way in which students can demonstrate their understanding of color theory? Will the technology change the way you teach color theory? So if we click on Google Drawing, again, this is editable. One thing with circle maps, if you are not really familiar with them, usually the different students do different colors. So I thought that we could, create a text box, and then change your font and your color and, get creative with how you're going to type in there, and just be respectful that you don't, edit somebody else's. And if you agree with what somebody said, so like I put show YouTube videos on color concepts, which would be a substitution in the SAMR model, you could always come and do like a little star or something next to it to show that you agree with that. So now I'm getting a bunch of tabs open. And then I also created a planning guide and self-assessment rubric that you can use to help you decide if the technology you are using in the art studio is meaningful. So if we click on there, there's just like, some questions to help guide you with planning, and then a little bit more on the TPAC, a little rubric to help you decide if it is meeting your goals or not. And then I used a 3-point rubric just because our school grades with a 3, 2, and 1. So I was just kind of following what I use on a daily basis. So another thing that I'm prototyping is a form. So if you would like to join this, I would love to get some feedback on this and get some people testing it out. So if you click on this link, it's going to take you to my Wix site that I created. And then right now I just have general discussions and introductions. This is my first time I've ever created a forum. So if I could, get a couple people trying it out and seeing how they like it, that would be great. And then giving some feedback on that. And then lastly, thank you for attending. And I would like to know about the needs of art teachers in the use of technology. So if you wouldn't mind filling out this survey about the presentation and possible future learning opportunities, it would be greatly appreciated. And I'm not going to click on this, but it just takes you to a Google survey. And thank you for attending. And I hope that you were able to learn something, and I really would like some honest feedback in that Google form as I'm testing out this, prototype for some professional development. And thank you.